After some film study, you find anything kind of want to fine tune or tweak a little, go with the flow?
Yeah, obviously there's always things that we can improve on. I think the positives, I think the offense made huge improvement. Really, the offensive line did a really good job. We ran the ball well. There's still some things we can fine tune and get better in protections at times, but we ran it well. We moved it well. I think anytime you can score the first drive of the game, last drive of the first half, the first drive of the second half, the last drive of the game, I think that always gives you a great chance to have success. So there's a lot of good things there. I thought the two running backs ran hard, did good things. Mason and Jeff played well. Defensively, we just got to keep playing better. You know, we got to keep improving, be more disciplined with our eyes, obviously, get a better pass rush, get after the quarterback a little bit more. I thought Trey played well, did a good job, ran around, made a lot of plays. Sully's just a young guy, but he ran around, played hard. He had a couple mistakes, but he really ran around and gave great effort and played hard. So I think we'll continue to improve over there. We got to improve on the special teams. So I think that's where we got to just keep working hard and keep getting better.
Looked like Wyoming came out of the gate gangbusters and then sort of came back to earth against Texas State. Did you see what Texas State did to slow them down, and does your personnel lend you to doing the same thing?
I think the biggest thing they do, they win kind of the way my dad raised me in football. You know, they play really good defense. They do a really good job in special teams, and they run the football well. And they don't hurt themselves. They're up 6-1 in turnovers right now, and really 6-0 because the one turnover they had was just the last play of a half Hail Mary. So they've gotten 6 turnovers. They've committed none. So I don't think they care by how many points they score or how the game goes that way. They're just going to play to win, and they're going to play good, fundamental football. And that's how he won all those championships, you know, at North Dakota State. That's how he's been successful there, and I really respect it. That's how I was raised. That's how my dad played football. So they do a great job of coaching. Their kids are tough, and they play the game the way it's supposed to be played.
They still kind of a line up and try and run it at you, sort of.
They run the ball a lot.
Okay.
Yep. Their quarterback's big. He does a good job of running the ball himself. They're big and physical up front, the O-line. Got a good running back. Backup running back's a good player. But the first thing they're going to try to do is run the ball and win the time of possession, win field position, play good special teams. Defensively, not sure they care about yards as much as they care about just not giving up points. You know, and they've done a good job of bending, but then getting turnovers. You know, and then they stopped 3 times. Missouri was inside the 5, and they came up with turnovers on them. So they do a really good job. They got their 2 inside linebackers run around and make all kinds of plays. Their safeties do a good job coming down and supporting the run. Number 9's a fast corner. He's a good kickoff returner. He does a really good job of running back kicks. And then they got the 2 tall guys up front, you know, in 88 and 86, and they get their hands on the ball and get tips that end up into interceptions.
Are they 3-4 or 4-3?
4-3.
Yeah. Are they simple, or do they try to game you a lot? Or?
They have a lot of movement. They're a little bit mixture of, you know, it's North Dakota State. They have the 2 Tampa package.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when they're in 2 Tampa, they're going to have a lot of line games. And they got the Gus Bradley, 1 high, whether it's 1 high zone, 1 high man. They're going to use a lot of line games up front. They're going to mix it up between man coverage and 2 Tampa.
Considering that, like last year, you know, when you guys matched up against teams like North Dakota and Montana State, those were the best, you know, kind of the best matchups. Do you feel like that's kind of similar in this case at all, or?
I hope so.
Okay.
I said that to the team on Sunday. You know, they're a better North Dakota. You know what I mean? That's a good way of the team that we played last year. You know, they're very similar in how they play the game and how they want to win, and how they do things. They're just bigger and stronger, but they play the game very similar.
I was going to ask, were you satisfied with the D-line pressure? Was it just them trying to get away from that really quickly on Saturday?
We need to get more. We need to get more pressure from the guys up front. You can't let a quarterback sit back there and have time like that. I thought we did a little bit better job at times in the second half. Right now, our percentages on third down defensively are very good, but we gotta get them in. We can't let them get big plays on first and second down, and then do a good job on third down. I think we've been doing a good job of getting pressure, but we gotta do a better job on first and second down and get pressure when they throw on those downs.
Is the pressure more scheme or effort or?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. There's sometimes maybe we can do a couple different things to get after them, and then sometimes the scheme is perfect. You just gotta, you still gotta beat somebody. Sometimes it's been right there, and sometimes we can probably do some things to help them.
Is there any advantage to having Mike Bresky on the staff, just with his time at Wyoming, or are they completely
different?
different?
There's a lot of advantage.
Okay.
He spent time there. So did Tony. So there's two different guys on the staff that spent time there. But yeah, Mike. There's just anytime you have some familiarity to where you're going and how things are, I think it always helps.
Have you guys been practicing at the top of Moscow Mountain all week to get ready for the outfit?
Yeah, we're heading up there this afternoon. I don't know. No, we haven't done that. But maybe that's a good idea.
But that's an issue, isn't it?
Oh, it's always an
high,
issue.
especially with a road roster instead of a home roster.
Yeah, it's always an issue, and it's always you just got to try to not let it get in your head. I know when I was at Utah State, there was a sign in the visitors' locker room, be aware, warning. I'm sure they have them all over there too. So you just got to make sure, really do a good job of hydrating, because you do get dehydrated a lot faster. We got to do a great job of doing that all week and during the game. And then, we just might have to rotate some guys at times, but then you just got to fight through it.
I was talking with somebody who saw the Wazoo Wyoming game last year, and he said the quarterbacks were throwing the ball 100 miles because the air is so light up there. Does that help your deep game some?
It depends on the wind.
Okay, on the wind. Right, yeah.
On the wind. Sometimes in Laramie, I remember when Joe Tiller was at Wyoming and we were at Utah State, we all got in a van, our offensive staff, to go visit with them and learn football. And the wind actually blew our van over. Blew it over right on the side. Just driving down the road, no one near us, and the wind just blew it right over on its side. So I think if it's not a windy day, for sure, but sometimes that wind can be blowing so much, you might not be able to throw from me to you.
Maybe in pregame, do you show up earlier to get accustomed to the air, or do anything different?
I don't really think that would help you.
Oh.
I think, some people if you got all kinds of money, you might go there a couple of days early. But we just gotta go play. We just gotta go play the game.
Have you figured out how you're going to use your quarterbacks in this game?
Not 100% yet, but they're both gonna play. They're both gonna play, and then we'll kind of play it by ear there.
Mason was going, really fluidly. Did you feel like maybe it got a little bit disjointed when he came out in the second and Colton came in, or?
Could have been.
Okay.
Could have been. Because the first and third and fourth quarter is probably where we got our 500 yards, so close to it. So, but we still need to get experience and be ready to go and continue to improve with everybody, because it's a long season and I'm sorry. So could have been, yeah, definitely could have.
Is anybody not making the trip either for injury or discipline? Or?
Not that I know of right now.
Okay.
Not that I know of right now. Nobody for discipline. Everybody will be there for injury-wise. As of right now, good, but you never know as the week goes on.
I was wondering, was there somebody maybe behind the scenes that up from the press box we couldn't really see, that maybe somebody in the middle of the line or something that really stood out to you, that it's kind of hard for us to
I
pick
would
up?
say there's some plays that you probably didn't see where just you could probably name them all at different times. Different of the offensive linemen that played that had great blocks. Logan Kendall had a couple of great blocks. There was one series in the game where Connor Whitney had knocked down blocks 3 plays in a row. So sometimes you don't notice those tight ends and fullbacks. But it was physical. Our guys were physical, and really what you liked is they all came to the sideline and were talking about it, and excited about it, excited about wearing them out. But you could go right down the line. There was a play Edwin you might not have saw. There was a play Connor Verba, play Noah Johnson. Play you could name them all. Logan Floyd, Matt. all had different plays where they had put people on their backs.